Exciting time of year. Gonzaga has their assignment for the NCAA tournament. As we thought all along, Gonzaga will be in Portland as the number one overall seed. So let's break it down. Let's look at Portland, what to do, where to stay, where to eat. It's going to be broken down into three segments on Gonzaga Nation SI. First thing is, if you don't already have your hotel reservations, you better hurry up and get them. Portland is a town in a city that I know well. I was born in Portland, grew up across the river in Vancouver, Washington, played for the Portland Blazers on two separate occasions, so I know the city well. So if you don't have your hotel reservation, there's lots of options, all different levels of amenities that you may like. We're just going to start off at the top of the line. The one that if you have no worries about your budget, even though gas prices have gone up and inflation has gone up on the cost of everything, if you got no worries, you've got to stay at the Nines in downtown Portland and Pioneer Square area. Most NBA teams, when they travel into town, stay at the Nines. It's a tremendous hotel. They've got a number of really good restaurants, both in-house as well as right around the corner. But if money is no object, you got to stay at the Nines in downtown Portland. Next one would be kind of a boutique hotel. I've never stayed there, but I've heard tremendous things. And it is downtown as well. It's called The Bones. It's kind of, as mentioned, a boutique hotel, a little smaller. I would liken it to maybe say, if you're a listener from Spokane, a Hotel Luso, which would be right across the street from the Davenport. So the Bones is a great hotel as well. If you want to get away from the downtown area, but still kind of stay in the hustle and bustle of the city of Portland, you want to stay on the south waterfront. Kimpton Hotel is a tremendous hotel. I've been there on a number of occasions for meals. It's right down in the south waterfront area where there's lots of things going on, whether it's walking trails, the ability to walk along the Willamette River. There's lots of coffee shops, restaurants, bars, condos. So there's kind of a mix of people that live in that area, people that work in that area, people that travel to Portland and are spending a little bit of time in that area. So the Kimpton Hotel down on the south waterfront is a tremendous option if you want to stay near downtown, but not in the actual hustle and bustle of downtown. The next two hotels I'm going to give you aren't necessarily in the downtown core, but Portland is pretty easy area to get around. If you're coming to the NCAA tournament, though, you don't mind, in my opinion, you don't mind staying 20, 30 minutes away if it's at a hotel and in an area that you want to spend some time at, because really once you get towards the Rose Garden, which is now called the Moda Center where the games are, you're going to be in that area most of the day anyways. I would imagine as a fan, you're going to stay for at least the two-game session that you have tickets for. Most big fans, true fans, would stay for all four sessions, or excuse me, all four games, so both sessions of the night. So another interesting, unique hotel would be to stay at is from the McMenamins property group, restaurant group. It's McMenamins is a name you'll come across a lot in the Portland area. They have restaurants, they have bars, they have places where, I don't want to call them community centers because they have a pitch and putt golf course at the hotel that I'm actually going to mention, but it's called the McMenamins Kennedy School. It's in Northeast Portland, and it's not necessarily a bed and breakfast, but it's a small hotel. I want to say about 40 to 60 rooms on a property in Northeast Portland where there's farms, there's a small pitch and putt golf course, there's a number of restaurants. You can kind of get away from the noise of a city and be in a much quieter area. So McMenamins Kennedy School would be an interesting and unique selection if you're going down. And I've got to give my last hotel selection to one of my favorite hotels in the entire country. Being in the NBA for a number of years and then traveling a lot for broadcasting like I do now, I've stayed at hotels in every city in the country. I've stayed at some great hotels. Unfortunately, I've stayed at some questionable hotels, but the Heathman Lodge in Vancouver, Washington is one of my absolute favorites to stay at. It's about from the Moda Center, the Rose Garden, with no traffic. It's going to be about 15 to 18 minutes. If traffic gets you, it's going to be about 30. But the service, the restaurant offerings at Hudson's Bar and Grill, just the setting and the kind of feel that you get of walking into a lodge makes you think you're not in a city such as in the Portland, Vancouver area, but makes you feel like you're in a forest or a mountain retreat type setting. So the Heathman Lodge, if you don't want to stay in the city of Portland, is a tremendous selection if you're coming down for the NCAA tournament in Portland. So there you have it. 5 hotels to take a look at. I think they hit a number of different budgets. They hit a number of different areas in the Portland area. So best of luck with your travel if you're coming down. And again, the Nines, the Bones, Kimpton Hotel on the South Waterfront, the McMenamins Kennedy School, and the Heathman Lodge. Some great choices if you're going down to follow the Zags in the NCAA tournament.